Hey everybody, happy Monday. Hope everyone had a blessed weekend. And I pray blessings over everyone watching this right now, that you all have a happy and safe and blessed week. So today it's going to be a little deep. It's a little hard to talk about, but I have to obey God and speak upon it and share from my own personal experience. But what I've been led to talk about today for encouragement is shame. Y'all, it's so easy to feel ashamed of yourself sometimes. Satan will use that against you. I'm just going to keep it as transparent as I always do. But for the past several weeks, I have felt like I've been under attack. I mean, sometimes it's good, and then out of nowhere, these things will happen. And I feel like that sometimes I've had a dark presence over me, or I've been too anxious, and I've been suffering from a lot of anxiety. A lot of things that didn't bother me before have started to bother me. A situation I'm going through right now in my life that's really for the best, but in my heart, I've been too busy worried about what others are going to think or what others are thinking about it. But I know that God closed the door so that a new one could open in His timing, and I trust that in the Lord. And for some of y'all that don't know, yes, I am separated from my husband, and probably will be getting divorced as soon as possible. I'm not going to hide anything back. And it's I don't even really consider it anybody's fault anymore. You know what? I just receive it as a blessing from God, because God knew what He needed to do, and God fixed that, okay? And I'm just going to leave it at that. But part of me has felt like ashamed because of that, and that it didn't work. And anyway, I've had to learn that I can't worry about what other people think, what other people in the church, family members, friends, co-workers. I can't worry about what anyone else thinks, because only God knows the plan for me. And if I know in my heart that I truly did what I was supposed to do, a lot of people don't know the whole story. And I'm coming to y'all with that today, because I want y'all to remember that. Stop worrying about what other people are going to think. Quit being ashamed. You know what's going on in your life, and you know the things that you went through, and you know the things that God's brought you from. So don't let some things that are change make you feel like you have to explain things to others. I do on these videos. Sometimes I don't go as deep as, I just only speak what I know the Lord's allowing me to share. And I don't want to talk about anyone or put anyone down or judge. I'm not that person, and I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to encourage you to get through some of the things the way that the Lord has shown me to get through them. In 1 Peter 4:16, but if anyone suffers as a Christian, he is not to be ashamed, but is to glorify God in this name. So I want to glorify God today I'm almost 2 years clean from my addiction, from my eating disorder, bulimia. The Lord has delivered me from those things. And right now, Satan, you have to get behind me, because that little bit of shame that you put in me over the past several weeks to not get my testimony or to feel ashamed for certain things, it's not there anymore. Yes, I was an addict. Whoever's watching now, I was an addict, far off in addiction, lost everything. I was bulimic, an eating disorder that caused me to get very skinny and almost died. That alone almost killed me. But today, I'm healthy. The Lord has delivered me. Mother's Day 2020, I'll be 2 years clean. You know what? And the Lord just gave me that revelation this morning, like, you know what? It was Mother's Day when I decided to cry out to God, because I'm a mother. And I wanted to be back with my children. And I wanted my mother to be proud. And I'm no longer ashamed. So Satan, when you try to make us feel ashamed because we're doing the work for the Lord, we're not having it, because we are all God's children. And y'all kind of jumped around on this, but if you have a testimony, or if you have a past, we all do, never feel ashamed. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of example. I do these videos, and then sometimes when I post things about my addiction, I'm like, oh, I don't want that person to see it. They might not, understand it. I've been that way here lately, and that's not what God created me to do. That's not how God created me to be. I'm to glorify in God's name that I am delivered and I'm free and I'm where I'm at today. And pushing 2 years, baby, all God. In Psalms 25:20, guard my soul and deliver me. Do not let me be ashamed, for I take refuge in you. Y'all, don't ever be ashamed of what God's brought you from. And we have some deep, dark, scary stories that some just might not know, some might not ever get until you give your testimony or whatever. But God knows, and you know where the Lord's brought you from. So never stop giving that testimony. Never stop giving glory to God. And it might not be addiction. And there's so many things that God's brought you from. We all have a story. We all have a testimony. And we got to always share it and not feel ashamed. And we can't be ashamed of changes that might be going on in our lives. If we are strong believers in God and we know that He has a plan for us, the things that happen are between us and God. Don't beat yourself up, y'all. Don't feel like you have to run from people because you're ashamed of whatever might be going on in your life or where you're at in your life. If you're living right and you're making the right choices and some of those things happen, hey, just thank God, because God's making a way for you, okay? He's making a way, and it's going to come back 10 times better than what you just got away from, okay? God has got you, and y'all remember that. And if anybody ever wants to inbox me, talk to me, or wants me to pray, hey, I'm there for you, okay? I've been through it. I've been through a lot, and I don't hide anything. I will share it with you. I will give you my testimony. I will tell you everything, okay? I love y'all. God loves you bigger. Y'all have a great week.